another incident had happened inside the Sherry Caprice during that period of time. The bounty hunters end up going to a party inside the Sherry Caprice because the kleptos, AKA bounty hunter girls, wanted to throw a party for Terry Moses. He just came home out of camp during the fall of '74. So we went on over there, but I already knew one Crip that was up in the Sherry Caprice apartment, and that was Godfather from the original Westside Crips. Me and him, we had a run in, and he didn't show his face, and no Crips showed their face at the party we was at. Maybe they didn't know we was there, but we was up in there doing the bump, that new dance called the bump, and did nothing, you know, really jump off. I don't even think we had no guns or nothing. If Zane or Willie Herb or Felton Herb would have showed up, we just would have had to fight, because that's all we had was probably knuckle sandwiches. You know, we didn't come to kill nobody. We came to party. But then nothing happened, so we was there for a couple of hours, and everything went peacefully inside the Culver Park hood. And that was a feather in our hat that I feel I can speak on, you know. And that just about ends chapter 4 that I'm going to speak on.
Okay, before you go on to the next chapter, what can you tell me about Godfather, original Westside Crip?
Well, he got confronted before we went to this party. Me and the homeboy confronted him. And I like Godfather because he represented what he represent. And he's a real one. I give real ones their props. He claimed that. He kind of like remind me of AC in a sense, the way he hollered it out. He didn't give us what they call a puny shout out. He was a real one when he represented that West Side.
Was he from out the hundreds or from St. Andrews Park?
Good question, because I don't know. Only thing I remember him hollering out, Godfather, West Side, or he hollered out, West Side, Godfather. But I knew that was like what they call a compound word. He made it seem like it all went together. He didn't say Crip, but I knew he was a Crip by the way he represented that, you know.
Now, he wasn't tied into the Godfathers, which eventually came out of the Harlems.
You know what? Good question, because him and Pookie, you know, they all in that West Side thing together. They got the West Side connection with that Harlem thing, you know. So I don't know how that come about, but it could be some type of connection there that he probably was a Godfather from the Harlem thing also.
Because the Godfathers was all the way in the Harlems, and I think they went down to the Marvins. All of this.
They also had some Godfathers on the East Side over there where the 8-9 family was at before they was 9-7 East Coast or 9-7 Crips over there for Central and Wadsworth. 97. They were also back in 73. They called themselves the Godfathers. Yeah, and they called themselves the Black Mafia Crip Dogs over there where. Which is now called
Main Street?
Right up in there near Bebop Watts, before you get to Bebop Watts. 99th on back to probably about 97, 98, up in that area. You know, there was Black Mafia Crip Dogs. And then Compton Avenue, before they was East Coast, all down that way, they was also Mafia Crips. You know what I'm saying? Back in 73. They was the Mafia Crips.
Do you remember any names from the Black Mafia Crip Dog?
You know what, man? I used to see names all on the wall when I used to be going down Central on the bus. But I can't remember not one name, you know what I'm saying, of them cats. But I used to see they hook up all down Central, all down Compton Avenue, you know, and I think, I can't remember no names. And that's kind of weird. But I remember the graffiti real good.
The last thing I wanted to ask you before you move on about Black Mafia Crip Dog, right? Black Mafia Crip Dog. I have a 1978 gang map that I found, and they're on there. Someone wrote in Black Mafia Crip Dog.
Come on with it.
Something like that?
Yeah, they exist.
So 78, they were still kind of, I guess, near the end of their run in 78.
Okay.
So they don't make it into the 80s.
Guess what? When we was at the festival, in 74, the second time we went up there after the Cute incident, the melee, we went up there with a pistol. one of my homeboys had a 22 stashed on him and his jock strap. And while we was walking up there, the police stopped us and didn't find the gun. So we went up to Roger Park and got into it with some Crips. They was all standing in a circle over there by Central and Century Boulevard on that end of the park, of Roger Park. And we got in the circle with them. And it was about 10 on 10. And one guy asked us, where y'all from? Or we asked them where they were from. And one guy said, Black Mafia Crip Dog. And I tripped off of that because I always seen that on the wall. And when we told him we was bounty hunters, he made mockery at my little homeboy named Bounty Hunter James. But that's another story because that same guy who called himself Black Mafia Crip Dog, when he made that mockery, you got to buy the book now to find out what happened to him.